So welcome everyone. In this video we will talk about the preparation as well as the standardization of sodium hydroxide. Okay, so here I have written 0.1 molar. So we will prepare and standardize 0.1 molar solution of sodium hydroxide, but we must know that the molar as well as the normal solution of sodium hydroxide are having the same strength. Okay, this we will see in a few minutes how they are having the same strength. But here we must know that instead of writing here 0.1 molar, we can also write 0.1 normal. Why? Because the molar as well as the normal solutions of sodium hydroxide are having the same strength. Okay, so this thing must be clear to you. Now firstly let us begin with the general requirements for this experiment. The chemicals which we need are sodium hydroxide, potassium hydrogen phthalate, phenolphthalein indicator. The glassware which is needed is burette, pipette, conical flask, funnel, beaker and a glass rod, and the equipment which we need is analytical balance. Okay, so these are just the general requirements. Now let us move to the main part, which is the preparation of 0.1 molar NaOH. Okay, so firstly I will read out the theory part and then I will explain to you the calculations because those are very much important. So all of these preparations and standardizations, they are basically the same thing. The main thing which we must know is how we have to prepare the molar as well as the normal solutions, and the calculations for those are very much simple. We must only need to understand the main concept. So add about 4 gram of NaOH in 700 ml of distilled water, mix and allow to cool at room temperature, and then make up the volume 1000 ml with distilled water and mix the solution thoroughly. So this is just the general theory part, like how we have to prepare this solution. Now I will explain to you the calculations, like how exactly we have taken 4 gram of NaOH to prepare a solution of 0.1 molar strength. Okay, so earlier I said that the molar as well as the normal solution of sodium hydroxide are having the same strength, right? So this also we will see right now how they are equal. So firstly we will prepare the molar solution. Firstly we will prepare 0.1 molar solution of NaOH, then 0.1 normal solution of NaOH, and we will see that they are the same only. So whenever we have to prepare molar solutions, what do? We always see the molecular weight of our compound. Whenever we have to prepare normal solutions, we see the equivalent weight. Now this equivalent weight we will see that in a few minutes. Firstly we will talk about molar solutions. So here we have to prepare 0.1 molar solution of sodium hydroxide, and firstly and for molar solutions we always see the molecular weight. So if I write this formula for sodium hydroxide, which is NaOH, so its molecular weight will be 23, which is for sodium, molecular mass of sodium, plus 16 plus 1, this is for oxygen, this is for hydrogen, so it will be 40 grams per mole. Okay, this is the molecular weight of sodium hydroxide. It means that when I will dissolve 40 gram of NaOH in 1000 ml of distilled water, the solution which I will get will be having strength 1 molar. Okay, so here what we need, but here we have to prepare a solution of 0.1 molar strength. So it's very simple calculation that if for 1 molar solution the amount of NaOH needed is 40 grams, then for 0.1 molar the amount of NaOH which will be needed will be 4 grams. So when we will dissolve 4 gram of NaOH in 1000 ml of distilled water, the solution which we will get will be having strength 0.1 molar. Okay, so from here we have learned that when we have to prepare 0.1 when we have to prepare 0.1 molar solution, the amount of sodium hydroxide which we need will be 4 grams. Okay, so here we have prepared our molar solution. Now let us move forward towards the preparation of the normal solution. So as I said earlier, whenever we have to prepare normal solutions, whenever we have to prepare normal solutions, what do? We see the equivalent weight, and equivalent weight is equal to the molecular weight upon the n factor. Okay, so molecular weight for sodium hydroxide we calculated just now, which was 40, and now here we must understand what is the n factor. Okay, so n factor is the number of replaceable H positive or OH negative ion by 1 mole of acid or base respectively. Okay, so if I tell you about n factor in simple terms, so you can simply say that it is the number of replaceable H positive ions or OH negative ion. Now if I write the structure if I write the formula for NaOH, so we can clearly see that it is having one replaceable OH negative ion. Alright, and we said that n factor is the number of replaceable either H positive ion or either OH negative ion, and in case of NaOH there is one replaceable OH ion, so therefore the n factor for NaOH is 1. Okay, so I hope this thing is clear. So when we perform this calculation we will get 40. So here we know that the equivalent weight for our compound, which is NaOH, has come out to be 40 grams. Okay, so what does this mean? This means that when we will dissolve 40 gram of NaOH in 1000 ml of distilled water, the solution which we will get will be having strength 1m and 1n, sorry, because here we are talking about normal solution, and in normal solution we see the equivalent weight, and equivalent weight which we calculated of sodium hydroxide came out to be 40 grams. Therefore when we will dissolve 40 gram of NaOH in 1000 ml of distilled water, the solution which we will get will be having strength 1n, and if instead of 1n we have to prepare a solution of 0.1n, then from the calculation it is very much simple that the amount of NaOH which we will need will be 4 grams. Okay, so this means that when we will dissolve 4 gram of NaOH in 1000 ml of distilled water, the solution which we will get will be having strength 0.1 normal. Now if you recall what we did a few minutes ago, when we have to prepare 0.1 molar solution, then also the amount of NaOH which we needed to dissolve in 1000 ml of distilled water was 4 grams, and now when we have prepared 0.1 normal solution, then also the amount of NaOH which we need to dissolve in 1000 ml of distilled water to get this much amount of solution is 4 grams. Okay, so in both of these cases the amount of water is the same, 1000 ml, and the amount of sodium hydroxide which we need is also 4 grams. Therefore the strength of molar as well as the normal solution of sodium hydroxide is the same. So the preparations and the standardizations which we are going to do now, they will imply both for the molar as well as the normal solution of sodium hydroxide. So I hope this thing is clear to you. Now let us begin with the next part, which is the standardization. Okay, so in the first part what we have done the preparation of 0.1 molar or 0.1 normal NaOH, and how we did it, we took 4 gram of NaOH and we dissolved that in firstly 7000 ml of distilled water, then we mixed thoroughly and all that, and then we did the volume makeup up to 1000 ml. Okay, this was the first part, which was the preparation. Now once our solution has been prepared, we need to standardize it. Okay, so this is the main part, which is standardization of sodium hydroxide solution. So let us begin with the principle. Firstly, what we do, known strength of potassium hydrogen phthalate is titrated directly with sodium hydroxide. Endpoint can be detected by using phenolphthalein as an indicator. Okay, so this is just the simple principle of the titration, and here I have given the chemical reaction. You can see this is KHP, stands for potassium hydrogen phthalate. When it will react with sodium hydroxide, the compound which we get is potassium sodium phthalate, and here it is along with water. Okay, so this is the general chemical reaction of this titration. Now let us read the methodology of how we will perform this titration. So firstly, we will accurately weigh about 0.5 gram of potassium hydrogen phthalate, previously crushed lightly and dried at 120 degrees Celsius for 2 hours, and then dissolve in 75 ml of distilled water, and then we will add 2 drops of phenolphthalein, which is an indicator, and then titrate with the sodium hydroxide solution till the appearance of permanent pink color. This sodium hydroxide is the one which we have prepared over here. Okay, this one which we have prepared here, this one will be titrated with potassium hydrogen phthalate. Okay, so now let us begin to the next part. Here we have done the titration. Now the next part is the calculation, which involves the to find out the molarity of our NaOH. And to find the molarity of NaOH, the formula is W into Rm upon V into E. Okay, so here W stands for weight of primary standard, which is potassium hydrogen perthalate, and E is the equivalent factor of primary standard. We will see in a few minutes what is equivalent factor. Firstly, let me read out the next one. Rm is the required molarity. Required molarity is 0.1 m. Why? Because in the starting only we said that we have to prepare and standardize sodium hydroxide of 0.1 m. Okay, so the required molarity is 0.1 m, and the volume of NaOH used will be in ml, and this we will calculate from the titration. Okay, so this is just the basic. Now let us move to the main part, which is the equivalent factor. Okay, let me just erase this first. Okay, so equivalent factor is very important, and we must know how do we calculate it. Once you have understood it, it will be the same procedure will be used in all the further preparations as well as the standardizations. Okay, so I'll try my best to explain you. So equivalent factor of E is the equivalent factor of primary standard. Okay, equivalent factor means the grams of potassium hydrogen perthalate that will react with 1 ml of AONH. Okay, so it is very much simple that equivalent factor is the grams of, wait, let me just zoom it, the grams of potassium hydrogen perthalate that will react with 1 ml of KOH is the equivalent factor of potassium hydrogen perthalate. Okay, this is just the general definition. Now let us calculate the equivalent factor of KHP, and then you will understand how we do it. Okay, so to calculate the equivalent factor, the very first thing which we have to do is calculate the molecular weight of our compound whose equivalent factor we are calculating. Okay, so here we are doing it for potassium hydrogen perthalate, so we will calculate the molecular weight of potassium hydrogen perthalate, and I have already calculated it. It came out to be around 204.22 gram per mole. This is the molecular weight of potassium hydrogen perthalate. Now this means that 100 ml of 1 m solution, 1000 ml of 1 m solution of potassium hydrogen perthalate is having 204.22 grams of potassium hydrogen perthalate. Okay, so here please focus on the calculations which we are going to do. So if for 1000 ml of 0.1 m solution, the amount of potassium hydrogen perthalate is 204.22 grams, then see here it is 1000 ml. Then instead of 1000 ml, if we have to prepare a solution of 1 ml, then what we will do, then we will simply divide this term by 1000, right? So here I have divided it, and the value came out to be around this. Okay, so here it was 1000 ml. For 1000 ml of 1 m solution, the amount of KHP was 204.22 grams. Then if instead of 1000 ml we take 1 ml, then it is 0.20422 grams. Okay, so now instead of 1 m, which means 1 molar solution, if we need 0.1 molar solution, then what we will do, we will again divide this term by 10. Okay, so the value will be coming around 0.020422 grams. I hope this thing is clear to you. So we have done nothing. I'll explain this again. What we have done, firstly we have calculated the molecular weight of potassium hydrogen perthalate, which came out to be around this. This means that 1000 ml of 1 m solution of potassium hydrogen perthalate is having 204.22 grams of potassium hydrogen perthalate. Okay, then what we have to do, we have to calculate 1 ml of 0.1 m solution of potassium hydrogen perthalate, and we can simply perform the calculations. We will divide this by whatsoever amount we have here. Okay, so the value came out to be 0.020422 grams. This means, what does this mean? This means that 1 ml of 0.1 m solution of potassium hydrogen perthalate is having 0.020422 grams of potassium hydrogen perthalate. And when we said we have to calculate the equivalent factor, what we said that equivalent factor is the grams of potassium hydrogen perthalate that will react with 1 ml of NaOH. Okay, so we know that 1 ml of let me just erase it. 1 ml of potassium hydrogen perthalate will react with 1 ml of NaOH, and we have already calculated how many grams are there in 1 ml of potassium hydrogen perthalate. That means that many same grams of potassium hydrogen perthalate will react with 1 ml of NaOH. See, oh sorry. So 1 ml of 0.1 m solution of NaOH is equal to 1 ml of 0.1 m KHP, and this value we have calculated over here. This value, which is equal to 0.020422 grams. Okay, which this means that this much amount of potassium hydrogen perthalate will react with 1 ml of NaOH. And when we talked about equivalent factor, what we said, I'm again repeating, we said it is the gram of KHP. Here, over here I'll highlight it again. We said equivalent factor is the gram of KHP that will react with 1 ml of NaOH, and here we calculated it. It means that this many amount of KHP will react with 1 ml of NaOH. Therefore the equivalent factor of KHP for NaOH is this, which means that this much amount of this much amount of potassium hydrogen perthalate will react with 1 ml of KOH. This is the 1 ml of NaOH. This is the equivalent factor of potassium hydrogen perthalate for NaOH. So I hope this thing is clear to you, how we calculate the equivalent factor, and by calculate the equivalent factor and other values, we can calculate the molarity of our NaOH, and then our compound will be standardized. So I hope this topic is clear to you, and if you want to take a screenshot, I can display the screen. Thank you for watching, and if you like the video, please subscribe. Thank you.